All right, yeah, we're gonna watch Auschwitz right after this interview. But people also had the opportunity to send in questions for you, and we selected the 3 best questions, and I'm gonna ask them right now. The first one is from Maria from Amsterdam, and she's wondering if you'd ever could choose a dream project, an ultimate film to make. What would it be?
It's tough to say because look. Of course, everybody wants to have $200 million and make whatever you want. You know, I would love to make a $200 million movie in that big Hollywood style, but with a different subject matter. You know, like let's assume you do Rampage with $200 million. Like, what could you do? You know, it would be like you would leave New York behind you in like shredded, and everybody would think like, oh. Last time it was only the World Trade Center, and this time this was it. You know, so stuff like this. I would love to make a movie, a very big destruction movie, but with a cynical, realistic political subject matter. But
destruction movie or apocalyptic?
What?
A destruction movie or an apocalyptic? Because the last time a German made an apocalyptic film, it went.
Roland Emmerich, he's doing it all the time, you know. So, but. I just finished my shoot of my bailout movie, what was my passion project for the last 2 years, the thriller about the financial crisis. And this is also another very gritty movie, what is like Rampage on Wall Street, basically. And I think it brings another dimension up because I think the financial crisis is the worldwide #1 subject matter.
So you're actually you actually just did a film about the financial crisis.
Yeah, but I didn't. If you know movies like Wall Street 2 and so on, I hated them. I think they totally missed the point. And I basically show a guy who is losing everything in the financial crisis, and then he starts killing the bankers. So
wow, killing the bankers.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think it's very important in times like today, where all the bankers are already back on track. They're making millions in bonus payments every year, and they all act like nothing happened.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have a threatening movie. You know, a movie where they think if they wake up in the morning, shit, hopefully I'm not getting shot today.
I've got the second question. It is from Morgan from Amsterdam, and he's wondering if you're ever gonna do the boxing thing again.
No, I don't think so. I think the boxing thing, I made a good point with it. And is that docu out about me raging ball in Benelux?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm very curious though.
Yeah, because normally Splendid bought it also for Benelux, and it's a 90-minute documentary about me in general, but with the leading into that boxing fights. And I think it's a good documentary. It's not only positive, it's kind of very bitter from time to time, because the guy really followed me in the meetings, also selling my movies and stuff like this. So people see really how hard it is to make the movies, but at the same time to sell the movies. And this he followed me on Seed and Postal when I shot these 2 movies. And then he went to Germany with me into AFM in Los Angeles, where I sold the movies, and then the boxing matches. So it was overall almost a 1-year time period where he followed me. Yeah, and I think it's a good docu. I hope it comes out soon in Germany and so on. But I'm still a big boxing fan and watched the big fights like Floyd Mayweather last week. I watched it in a big sports bar with 2,000 people.
And what if Michael Bay would come up and say, the challenge is on?
Yeah, I'm in then.
Yeah?
Then I'm definitely
So
in.
If Michael Bay is now watching?
Yeah, he should do it. Then I go back in training.
All right. I've got the final question, and it's from Danny, who lives in Haarlem. And he wants to know your film Auschwitz. He saw it already. And he wants to know how do you want it to be remembered? In like 10, 20 years, your film.
The Auschwitz film, or me in total, or what?
Let's start about the Auschwitz film, and then we'll move over the conversation to you in total.
No, I think that I hope that the Auschwitz film slowly gets like sinks in that there is a movie what actually shows the mass production of death, and is not stopping in front of the gas chamber, basically. And I hope that people appreciate it, especially in 20 years or 30 years or 40 years, where more and more people don't have any connection anymore to any generation who was alive in the Second World War. This is a thing. And I think from this point of view, Auschwitz will gain values. And for me in total, I think I'm... let's say it this way, I enjoy making movies, and I hope I can keep making movies. At the same time, I try to basically reduce my output of video game-based movies or these movies, and to make more passion projects. But a lot of times, it's not easy. You know, I had the financing for Blood Rain 4, and this fell apart. Blood Rain 4 fell apart, and this money I was able to switch into Bailout.
Oh,
so.
Really?
Yeah, there's the reason I was able to do Bailout then so quickly, because like it was funny. The video game company of Blood Rain finally said we don't want more sequels, and I said, yeah, but you said yes to Blood Rain 2 and 3. Why now? And they said because I didn't fulfill the contract of Blood Rain 1, and I said, but this is absurd. Then you could stop it on Blood Rain 2 and Blood Rain 3 already, but. It is what it is. So before I was fighting it, I gave it up because I'm not the biggest fan anymore of the movie thing.
So you don't really support your films, Blood Rain, anymore?
Look, I support it to sell it, absolutely. But it's not. But
I
it's
really
not.
want to hear, you know, I really want to hear you say like, I'll bash all the video things I've made, the House of the Dead, the Alone in the Dark. You know, I mean, you also know they're not that good.
But how can I do that? The thing is this, House of the Dead was the most profitable movie I ever made. And
I'm never going to get that 1.5 hour back.
I know, but it was leading for me into more financial possibilities to then start making movies in the end, starting with Postal, that I went back to my more personal movies where I also write them.
Yes,
and at the same time, I think Postal is the best video game adaptation ever. It's my personal opinion. I don't know one video game adaptation what is a better movie as Postal. Oh, no, I forgot. Wait 1 second. Hello? Hello. I give right now an interview. Lian calls you back in 2 minutes. Okay, good. Okay, bye.
But
So,
we were just talking about how you want to be remembered. You don't want to be remembered for Blood Rain, House of the Dead. You want to be remembered for Darfur, Auschwitz, Postal, Tunnel Rats. Why just throw them away?
Look, it's not that I'm proud of that movies, right? So, but it's also not that I bash them because I did them. And the thing is, like, they all made sense at this point of in my career. And for example, In the Name of the King #1 is still a movie what I like. It's I don't think it's a bad movie. It was a lot of fun to do it also. And Far Cry with Til Schweiger. I saw worse movies as this, as an like just an
but
action.
you don't want to make films which could be worse. You want to make brilliant films, and you've made Darfur and Auschwitz. They're brilliant films. You want to keep doing that.
No, I agree, and thank you that you encourage me, and I would be happy if the buyers of the movies would think the same and would pay me the same. Look, the Showtime president in US, like from the TV channel Showtime, he told me, like, I met him by accident, and he said, like, Darfur was the best movie I showed in my TV channel in the last 5 years. My whole family was crying. So from the Showtime president, I said, yeah, but why you don't pay me more as $40,000? You know, this is the thing. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you're saying about if the people will buy my serious films, I will make serious films. Shouldn't the change be at your side? And you just say, to hell with them all. I'm going to be Uwe Boll, the man who's telling the world what the world looks like. Without any making it look better, just the truth. The one director who's showing the truth. You could be that one.
Look, and I just did it again with Bailout. But also Bailout, what I said, I could not make Bailout without having good cast. I have Dominic Purcell, I have John Hurt, I have Edward Furlong, and so on. So you cannot.
Edward Furlong is good.
Wait. You cannot act like films are free to make.
No.
Films cost money to make.
Yeah.
So where to get the money from? I'm not Mark Zuckerberg, you know. It's like I always need people buying my movies, or I just cannot do them. So I need, if I make movies where I'm personal, emotional involved, and like a Darfur movie, I still, as you see when you see the movie, I got some name actors together to make it more interesting for the buyers to buy the movie.
Yeah, but that's not bad.
No, I don't.
This
is okay, but this is what I still say. Like you have to have a sense of what is financially doable. And if you make a movie like a Bailout or Darfur, you need good cast, or nobody will ever pay any attention to it. So and this is the thing. So with the video game based movies like a Blood Rain, you don't really need any cast. You have the video game figure, and you can make it. But no, I take that absolutely serious what you say, and in my heart is of course more like making movies they matter, making movies about what's going on on Earth and in the world, and this is basically what my game plan is. And I think after Postal and with Postal 2005, I started being way more in that direction as I am with video game based movies.
But still, a little bit, you're like Orson Welles, stuck between crap and genius.
Yeah,
look, we ended with that.
But it's a good resume, like a good fazit. But I try to move it more from 50-50 to 80-20. You know, so
all right,
it's my game. Yeah,
that's all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Auschwitz. Have you got anything to say to the audience before we start it? You can announce it.
Yeah, buy some popcorn. You will enjoy it.
We haven't got any popcorn over here.
With some ice cream, whatever, or just beer.